everyone. We are here at GITEX, day one of GITEX at Ingram Microstand. We have our Oracle MySQL team who's exhibiting with us in GITEX. So we are here at the podcast session and we are looking forward to the rest 5 days. To begin with, my name is Pooja. I'm from the marketing department. I handle the marketing for Oracle MySQL, and I'm giving the mic to MySQL team here for introduction. Please go ahead.
Yes, thank you so much. It's such a beautiful day in GITEX here. There's a lot of great energy across all the halls, and thank you so much for having us for this great session. My name is Anastasios Xekoustos. I'm part of the MySQL Cloud sales team. I manage the UAE, Oman, Qatar, Bahrain, and Kuwait across the Gulf. And together with me, I have David from the channel side. David, a few words from your side.
Hi, I'm David Gilfillan. I'm the MySQL Alliances and Channels Manager for all of EMEA. That goes from South Africa in the south, up to Iceland in the north, and then across Russia. So we have a team of people right across EMEA looking after our valuable partners.
Yeah. To set the tone, David, so how is GITEX going for you? I know we are just in day one, but with the crowd, the energy, are you already feeling the energy of GITEX?
Lots of energy, lots of energy. It's crazy. It's a great place to be, and I would recommend it for any companies to come and exhibit here.
Yeah, perfect.
Of course, with Ingram as well.
Yes. So this is the second time, I suppose, in my tenure that you're
Yes.
joining us for GITEX. Lovely. So now I think I'll directly deep dive into the questions to begin with. Okay, to start off, I know MySQL Enterprise Edition and the Community Edition has been around for over 25 years, and very popular in the open source world, if I were to say. But MySQL HeatWave is relatively new to the family. That's one product portfolio which has been recently added. So from your understanding, HeatWave has a few more bells or whistles to say, if I would say the least, yeah? So can you tell me more, what is MySQL HeatWave and how it solves, and how does it compare to the competition?
Okay.
Yes, so essentially how we began with is with a database, either from the Community Edition or the Enterprise Edition, in order to manage transactions. HeatWave takes this to the next level, because HeatWave itself doesn't only manage transactions. HeatWave itself manages online analytical processing, it manages machine learning, and machine learning, it's very important to mention because machine learning is part of artificial intelligence, which is AI, the key buzzword, let's say, of 2023.
That is something which is what we have to look forward to.
Yes, definitely. That is the buzzword going on, and at the same time, Lakehouse, which is a data lakehouse solution. And all of this is patched together into the same in-memory query accelerator. So one of the main problems that companies had is that in the past, they had to have two databases, one to do their transactions and another one to do their analytics. And throughout this process, they had to do the way we know it, ETL, extract, transfer, and load. So companies had issues in terms of the security when they transfer data from one database to another. They had issues in terms of the availability, in terms of the solution being highly available. And at the end of the day, they didn't really get good analytics. And at the same time, they had to pay for two databases at the same time. HeatWave offers a scalable in-memory query accelerator solution, all in one single database itself.
Yeah. So I see how it solves the problem there with one single database there. Yeah, perfect. So moving forward, maybe you can give us some examples, or maybe some use case examples with any.
Some use cases, I will again point to AI, or in particular machine learning. Currently, we're working with a customer. Tomorrow, we are actually signing a memorandum of understanding in order to fully commit to each other in this, where it's a food delivery company based here in UAE. And by using the machine learning, which is embedded in HeatWave itself, this particular company will be able and is already able to minimize the time in order to make the delivery itself from pickup point to delivery point. Right? We've taken the maps, the radius, the kilometers, the pickup time, the restaurant time to prepare, let's say, a certain food, and then the whole process, the time gets minimized. And at the same time, for this particular company, we have built a recommendation engine in order for their customers to be able to select from particular, let's say, foods. Let's say, for example, me, I select 2-3 restaurants that have chicken, right? Or I like restaurants that are located on, Jumeirah area of Dubai. Every time I open the application, throughout this recommendation engine, the application itself will be smarter with Heatwave, and it will recommend the best possible results to the end customers themselves. So in this way, this particular company reduces their cost by minimizing the delivery time, increase their revenue, and maximizes their profit with Heatwave.
So the engine would probably filter it and give it to them from the. Okay, so that's how they're saving the time.
Yes, and at the same time, I'd like to mention payment gateway solutions will be another, let's say, use case. We see a lot of companies that have a lot of payment transactions. They are the ones also who are joining Heatwave, and any company, pretty much any bank or any telco that has big data. Heatwave can manage hundreds of terabytes of data itself. So those are the use cases that I will say we currently have, but more focus with AI, because AI is the main buzzword that we are looking forward in 2023.
David, would you want to add on anything to that with the conversation direction that we're going to?
I mean, with respect to Heatwave itself, I mean, there's different aspects of Heatwave. You can go lightweight, you can go medium weight, you can go high availability, you can go all the way up to lakehouse and object storage. Something that we've added for Heatwave is actual machine learning, as you've said. Object storage, we're looking at this where basically you can throw in any file into the Heatwave service, any type of file, whether or not these are Excel spreadsheets, whether or not competitors' database information, throw it at Heatwave, and it will look at all the data, accumulate it all together, and push out the other side the optimum data for the end customers. The customers have obviously got to put these the data into analytics products, but the MySQL Heatwave product sits in the background and optimizes this data for the customers.
Yeah.
So it enables them the query also faster, right?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, perfect. So I see a lot of reference made towards customer here, and I know the customer is the key. So in that case, I would like to ask you, if I may, what's the typical customer of MySQL Heatwave database service, and how are they leveraging OCI?
For that particular question, I would say the typical, let's say, MySQL customer belongs, a lot of them we see they belong to the high technology industry. We're talking about digital native companies that never had any kind of hardware. These are companies that are new in the market, such as startups themselves. We see startups, for example, they're using the MySQL Community Edition. And we can see that even startups Heatwave can be a solution for startups, because Heatwave doesn't mean that you pay an expensive solution, because it's a pure platform as a service solution offered under the umbrella of Oracle Cloud Infrastructure itself. So customers can scale up, they can scale down. So if you're a startup and you join Heatwave, for example, you can start very low. And as your business grows, you can, let's say, increase the memory, you can increase the storage and the compute instances, and you grow with Heatwave itself. So a lot of digital native companies, new companies that are there in the market, companies that never had offices, sometimes companies that never had hardware, this is a very typical customer, let's say, persona that we get. David, would you like to add something from your side?
I think something that's also very relevant is we're multi-cloud, and obviously the MySQL database service, the Heatwave service, is available not only on OCI, we're also available on Azure and Amazon. With respect to Amazon, we have a link back to OCI where you can process your Heatwave services in OCI if the customer wishes. But on top of that, we also have images within AWS where if customers don't want their data leaving AWS, they can actually run the Heatwave service within AWS itself. So that's a great
Perfect.
opportunity to optimize their data for their analytics.
Yeah, perfect. Before we move forward, I just realized we haven't introduced my beautiful colleague here, Julie. So, Julie, you can introduce yourself quickly.
Hello, hi, I'm Julie and I manage the Oracle Business Unit at Ingram. And welcome to the podcast.
Yeah. So Julie is our business unit lead, and she's the hero of our team for Oracle MySQL business, I suppose.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right. Moving on to the next topic of our discussion here. So MySQL Heatwave seems to be rapidly evolving, and in July, Oracle announced MySQL Heatwave Data Lakehouse. So what is the Lakehouse, and why is it more important? Or so important. I
Yes, I think it goes back to what David said before. So Lakehouse, so we started with transactions, we went on with analytics, we went on with machine learning, but Lakehouse changes the game. Why Lakehouse changes the game? Because Lakehouse essentially allows non-MySQL workloads to enter into the in-memory query accelerator. So up until machine learning, we had, you had to be a MySQL related customer. You either had to have Amazon RDS or Amazon Aurora or Databricks or Snowflake. That you had to have experience, let's say, with MySQL, or your applications had to be written in MySQL in order to enter them into the in-memory query accelerator. With Lakehouse, the game changes because we allow through the object store for non-MySQL data to enter into the in-memory query accelerator. What David was saying before about CSV files and any other kind of like export of database. So this is essentially Lakehouse. It's a data lakehouse solution. We call it Lakehouse, which is available only on Heatwave itself.
So it's a unique offering.
It's a unique offering. Yes.
So in this part of the world, we always deal with our partners, right? So tell me about how partners can leverage MySQL Heatwave. I believe you have created a MySQL partner sales playbook, right? So
Yeah.
something around that corner.
Yeah, we've got a playbook. Obviously, we're looking at Ingram partners here, but certainly the partners can use and create services around Heatwave. These would be services that would be to deploy and implement Heatwave, and obviously resell Heatwave as well. With respect to the opportunity that's out there, we haven't discussed this in this session, but we have a massive community of MySQL out there, which is far greater than the software install base that we have, the enterprise install base that we have, and also the Heatwave install base that we currently have. We can tap into these community users and transfer them, migrate them across to the Heatwave product. Now, one of the things that's important is that there's various steps to do that. If they're sitting on MySQL community version, they will have their own infrastructure, their own servers. The first step that they have got to do, and again it's a potential migration service, is to move them across to the likes of MySQL 8. Now, a lot of customers out there are sitting at the old versions of MySQL. Could be 5.4, could be 5.5, 5.7. The opportunity for the partners is to migrate these guys to the latest and greatest version before they eventually move them across to the Heatwave. This makes the partners sticky because they're producing the solution for the customer, the database solution, and moving on in time, they'll probably end up getting more and more services from these particular end customers that they're servicing.
Perfect. And partners, they love to, always, I would say, enrich themselves with the information that is available. And in that process, most of them prefer to be certified. So is there any steps which partners can follow towards Heatwave certifications, perhaps?
Yes, we offer for our MySQL partners, we offer both free services and certification services. The partner should be aware of the OPN certifications they can get. We have a MySQL Heatwave certification available. But on top of that, once the partners start working with our team, basically we will offer them a boot camp for their people, which is 5 days remote for their technical people. We will offer them sales assistance, sales training for their salespeople, and basically support them throughout the process of enabling themselves to be able to go sell and service and deliver implementation services around Heatwave product.
So is it going to be an online or offline?
It's a mix of both. Obviously, certifications are done online, but certainly, if we have a demand from any partner, some of the bigger partners, we do face-to-face sessions. We'll go to them and train their own people face-to-face, or we can do it online as well.
Okay. Is it part of the OCI certification?
No, the boot camps we offer isn't part of the certification, but we find that the boot camp is a sort of it's extra. It's extra for them. When they have people that are technically capable, OCI will give them one certification doing OCI, but we find that the partners need a little bit more than that, and they generally come to us. The services partners come to us, and they have people go through the
because we are driving a lot of OCI certification for a channel in this region, and
absolutely.
it will be a great initiative to start.
Well,
certifying.
we have, as I say, we have got a MySQL certification there. There's plans over the next 6 months to widen that a little bit and basically make that a more technical session. So the one that's in place now, I think, only takes about 30 minutes for the people to get through. We're intended to make that more technical in the future, so there's going to be 2 plays moving forward.
And apart from the certification, do you also assist the channel in demand generation or any other activities?
Can you say that again? Sorry?
Demand generation or the marketing side for the partners?
Well, from our side, again, we're willing to promote the partners and promote the services, and from a demand generation, we obviously have our own marketing budget, and we would be more than happy if the partners enable themselves for us to stand with them to promote their services and our products to their customers. Absolutely.
And the partners can always lean back on Ingram Micro to make it happen for sure.
Absolutely.
That's a value-added
course.
service
Yes.
that we provide.
Yes.
Yeah. So, since we are talking about partner and certification, would you shed some light on what's your ideal partner, if I were to say, who would be able to avail or to leverage MySQL Heatwave, and in what industries works best? So, what is your ideal partner?
Okay. Well, industries is easy. We do every single vertical market. I mean, more recently, when I first came into MySQL, we saw a lot of internet companies driving websites using MySQL. I've been in MySQL for a long time, and over the last few years, we've seen healthcare companies come in, use MySQL as their database platform. We've seen a lot of finance companies, as Anastasius mentioned, come in and use MySQL as their database platform. On top of that, mobile providers as well. So we have a massive install base. Some of the existing software customers we've got are the likes of Facebook, Uber, Booking.com, some of the biggest online companies in the world, and equally. It's the same with the payment systems. We have lots of payment and government systems. We're right across the board.
Yeah, we have a mix of install base here in this part of the region as well.
Yeah.
So, finally, my final question for today, I would say. How can partners get in touch with you and help you with the customer engagements? I know Ingram is always there, but and learn more on, say, becoming a partner if they are not a partner or not onboarded with Oracle MySQL.
Well, locally, we have a team. We've obviously got Anastasius here. He will support us from a partner point of view. But we've also got 2 channel managers in the region, Laszlo Ludes and Ibrahim Abdullah. Ibrahim is based in Saudi. We're always here to help. We've got a sales force as well. We've got Issam, who's also based in Dubai,
Yes.
and we have Chetan Rail, who's based in Dubai. So we've got lots of people that are all very partner friendly, and all very willing to work with the partner community out there through Ingram or directly, whatever they want us to do.
Yeah.
One
Next
last
one.
thing, it was, I just remember right now, I wanted to say before is that, in terms of the competition itself,
That
we
was
have,
the second question that I
yes,
totally missed.
the
actually.
competition
How-
itself. I mentioned before that, our competition can be Amazon RDS, Amazon Aurora, Amazon Redshift, because these are MySQL databases that have, other vendors such as Amazon have taken them and they're offering
Since
them
it's
as a
open-
service.
openware.
Yes. So in terms of all those solutions, including Snowflake, including Databricks, these big data analytics kind of solutions, it's very important to say, and we can prove this through workshops and through sessions. And, I'm more than happy to publicly state that we are better when it comes to both the price as well as the price performance itself. An example that I can give with a customer was that a query that run in 20.4 seconds in Amazon RDS with HeatWave, same query ran in 1.8 seconds. They're able to achieve that kind of a result. All this in a better price as well. That's why we're talking about the price performance. So I think this is something important that I didn't mention before, but more than happy to share.
Perfect. So thank you so much, team. It was a lovely
Thank you.
session.
Thank you so much.
And thank you for joining us today. And please enjoy the rest of the days of GITEX.
You too.
We need to save up our energy. There's so many more hours to go, but yeah, we'll do it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. for
Thank
Nice
having
to
me.
see you.
Great to be here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for your time.